Do you remember quiet quitting? It means doing the bare minimum at your job. It dominated the mood of the post-pandemic workforce. But it's so last year. Our next story is about another quiet hiring. After all, it is screaming the loudest this year. But what does it mean? If you're a manager, it means you're acquiring more talent without hiring more people. You move your current team to newer roles, you give them different positions, you assign them more projects internally, expand their KRA, as it were, key responsibility area. If you're a worker, it means more work. It's the opposite of quiet quitting. There, you had to do the bare minimum to keep your job. Here, you go above and beyond your job description. Like it or not, this is the new workplace trend. And while most people are already complaining, quiet hiring has some benefits too. Employers definitely love the idea. It saves the company time, money, and resources. It also increases flexibility because resources are deployed quickly. But what's in it for employees? Well, you can learn new skills, you can become more engaged and productive. Also, this method may sound backward, but it's brilliant in terms of efficiency and effectiveness. And this is not even an industry secret. It's a tried and tested method. I can tell you that in the news business, it's been around forever. When you walk into the office, you have no idea what's coming your way. It's challenging, but it's fun. Now it seems to be spreading across the board. The question is, why now? And the answer is this: the world faces an economic slowdown. There is pressure on companies. They must keep their costs down. And one of the big costs is the talent bill. Companies are cutting it. Just look at the mass layoffs. The year has just begun and 297 tech companies have laid off nearly 95,000 workers. At this rate, there could be more than 900,000 job cuts this year. That's nearly 6 times the total for the industry in 2022. And the hiring landscape is even more competitive, especially after the great resignation of the pandemic. That's when about 48 million people quit. They quit their jobs in 2021. So organizations had to become more creative. They had to use the remaining staff to do all the work. Well, that's quiet hiring for you. It may be working for the bosses, but it's frustrating a lot of workers. Many don't want to transition into roles they aren't interested in. Others say it reduces their agency. After all, added work is not something they signed up for. Many end up getting burnt out. Workers are often expected to go beyond their job without the perks. No increased pay, no bonus. And where does this leave the quiet quitters? Well, in a spot, because now you're expected to work in overdrive, not in cruise control. Now to the obvious question: will doing your own work well invite more work? Is this the punishment for being a talented hard worker? Well, experts say not necessarily. It can be a win-win situation, depends how you look at it. Tackling new assignments can expand your skill set. It can make you a more well-rounded employee. And since the brightest minds are chosen to do more, it can also boost your morale. It can help workers network with colleagues from other business areas. And who knows, maybe you'll find new areas of interest. Maybe you'll discover potential you did not know that you had. But what about the money? It's only fair to expect a pay raise. But given the environment, it may not always happen. So ask for other benefits like a bonus or flexible hours or additional time off. You see, the workplace is changing. The way we work is changing. Mass layoffs are a daily story. The economy is under pressure. Work from home is ending. It's all a glorious flux. So prepare yourself for change. Arm yourself with the right tools and be tough mentally. Staying the course may be the key to success this year.